Hey, it's JP Saxe, and you're watching Celeb Secrets TV. I've been asked to tell you about my personal musical journey, which starts in Toronto, because I'm a Canadian, and has brought us to the Sony building, where I'm now a legitimate artist. And in between that, I moved to Los Angeles when I was 19 to try and be an artist, and it didn't entirely work at that time, only because I hadn't made anything I really loved. And it took me about 6 years of life in learning more about my craft to get to a point where I felt like I could get my sincerity into a story that people would want to sing along to. And that's ultimately my focus at this point, is just to try and tell you all the truth in these songs about how I feel about myself, how I feel about others, and then hopefully when hearing them, you can feel a little bit clearer about your said feelings about yourself and others. And that's my over-intellectualized version of my story. I always have a little bit of trouble describing my sound. One, because I haven't really found the right anecdote for it, and two, maybe I'm just a little bit too much of a narcissist to feel like I can summarize myself. But I don't know, it's somewhere between a dorky jazz inspired teenager who grew up loving poetry and pop music. Julia shared one of my songs on her Instagram, which I was extremely excited about because I think she's one of the best songwriters kind of ever, and just an unbelievable artist who I really admire. So when I saw she had shared my song, I was actually on a road trip, and I was just listening to her music 30 minutes before this happened. So the whole thing was quite serendipitous. And I responded and I thanked her, and she said we should write together. And then not long after that, we met in the studio and we wrote If the World Was Ending the day we met. And the idea kind of stemmed from the earthquake in Los Angeles, which happened just a couple weeks before that, and a conversation around how many of our reasons not to see the people we love but know not to talk to, in how many of those reasons hold up in the apocalypse. I mean, when Julia said that line, there wouldn't be a reason why we would even have to say goodbye, I think I was stabbed in the heart by my own emotions. I still kind of am every time I hear that part. I just thought it was so brilliant. Just that idea, could we see each other if we didn't have to say goodbye to one another? And just, that's dark to me, and I appreciate things that can be both romantic and a little messed up. So when she said that line, that was maybe a highlight of the day. I hope when people hear this song, they, I don't know, I would love if people maybe reconsidered how valid their reasons not to talk to the people they love really are, and maybe that leads to something beautiful in people's lives. But I'm also hesitant to say that because I don't think anyone should be texting their exes. I don't want to encourage that at all. You should definitely not be texting your exes. But if you have an estranged family member, I don't know. I'm not an authority on this. I just wrote the song. I'm not here to give you advice. So yeah, I'm on tour with Noah Kahan, who's an unbelievable artist, and really truly loving every moment of it. And I'm a new artist, so all of this is still kind of new to me, so I'm just wide-eyed and excited about it. I mean, I'm really excited to play in Toronto because it's my hometown, and it's just nice. There's something about being in a bigger venue at home that makes the growth all feel a bit more real. I'm actually doing something, getting to go home and having my family at the show and all that. Hey team, thanks for watching this interview. Make sure to subscribe to Celeb Secrets for more.